1640, the French army of Count Harcourt crossed the Po River and advanced to the Capuchin Friars' Church of the Monte. Friar Pierre Maria de Cambrio, a Capuchin friar, describes in great detail the Eucharistic miracle that occurred during the French troops' occupation of the church of Santa Maria del Monte. The region of Piedmont was overrun with foreign troops. After Casale Monteferrato was liberated from the Spaniards, the French advanced to Turin. On May 6, 1640, they arrived at Chieri, on May 7th at Mount Collery, and on the 10th they finally reached Turin. Having occupied the left bank of the Po River, they launched an offensive attack and gained control of the bridge. From there they advanced to the Capuchin monastery of the Monte. However, the monastery was not very secure. On the morning of May 12th, they launched a double attack on the trenches. They were twice repelled. On the third assault, however, the troops defending the city were compelled to lay down their arms and flee with the civilian population to seek shelter and safety in the sanctuary of the church. The invaders, nevertheless, entered the church and slaughtered the men and women, the young and old, civilians and troops alike, even those who braced themselves onto the altars, or who took refuge in the arms of the Capuchin friars. They pleaded for their lives and their freedom. None of the friars were wounded, but their hearts were distraught at the sight of so much bloodshed and carnage. The soldiers trashed sacred vessels and vestments, and they sacked the friary, since the refugees had stored some of their household items and furniture there for safekeeping. And after, in the church itself, in behavior too horrible to recount, they committed brutal acts of debauchery. A French soldier, who was an unbeliever, climbed onto the altar and forced open the tabernacle to seize the ciborium and the sacred hosts it held in order to desecrate the hosts. And then, a miracle. A flame of fire blazed out from the ciborium directly onto the sacrilegious Frenchman. It scorched his uniform and his face. The terrified soldier threw himself to the floor, screaming and asking God's forgiveness. The church was suddenly filled with dense smoke. Between the terror and the astonishment felt by all of the miracle, the vandalism ceased. It is said that the door of the tabernacle, which is adorned with agate and lapizari, or blue stones, still shows the imprint of the soldier's scorched hand, but I could find no images of an imprinted tabernacle. The closest I can find is this enlargement of the area below the handle of the tabernacle, which might be the imprint of a person's arm, which may have been grasping the handle just above it.